Hello Army, this is Rob. I want to be giving you my first-hand personal experience on getting my early merch shopping. I got it today this morning on Thursday, the April 23rd, to be making sure to be getting all the merchandise that I am interested in getting and before anything runs out. So you can see that I got the merch on, as well as I have some of the merch right here behind me. So for the purpose of this video, I want to be giving a first-hand personal experience to be making it a stress-free experience for you, to be making sure that you can get anything that you want that's on the list without having to worry about waiting in really long lines, or to be getting there and realizing that an item is out. If you are looking for a very specific item, like anything with city exclusive merch or any of the member jerseys, I strongly recommend, as soon as when you finish watching this video, go straight down to Raymond James immediately or as soon as possible, so that way you do not run out of items there at the venue. I just want to be going over some of the information, and you can pause the video, but this information here is on Raymond James Stadium's official Facebook page. So that's where I found this information right here, so you can pause it to read all of the information. The most important thing to know that it is free parking. That would be in terms on the 23rd and the 24th. I do not know about the Tuesday, specific, the whole parking thing. But for the 23rd and the 24th, it is free parking. I'm sure for the Monday, the 27th, it will also be free parking. On the day of the concert, it will not be free parking. You will have to be paying for the parking. So make sure to go on the non-concert days. And this video is not the one for the Weverse pre-order shopping at Steinbrenner Field. That one, you can find some other information on other social media platforms about that, but this one is exclusively just for the early merch, non-reserved, prepaid stuff. And when you get there, they may or may not have this physical flyer, but this is what I have received. So again, you can pause it so you can take a look at everything that's on it right there. And I also will zoom in of the fine print as well too, so you can take a look at all that information right there. Be helpful. And the thing that from when I got there is that there are two booths on the main stadium side. One of them is a traditional trailer, and the other one is a tent. And so both of them sell the exact same merchandise, but you can choose which one you want. I wanted to experience what it was like with the Amazon payment, a scanning method, just to see what the future holds. But for me personally, I am more of a traditional type of guy. So if you are more comfortable with the personal, with more of the traditional way, just to be doing it, then go with the traditional trailer. If you want to experience what it's like with the other method, then go with the Amazon one. What the Amazon one is you go up to the person, you show them what you want, then they grab the item, and then they'll put it into a bag for you, and then you go up to a scanner-like thing, which kind of looks like a metal detector with a big sensor above it. I'm sure that has a camera, as well as I believe it creates a magnetic field, because each of the items has a exclusive magnetic strip, a sticker inside of it. So that's how it will read all of your information in terms on what items you have, and then you would just have to insert your card by the chip, or to go and to tap your card. What I recommend is to be bringing multiple credit cards with you, because I tried 2 of my cards and both of my cards like flagged it as being potential fraud, and then my 3rd card allowed the transaction to go through. So obviously just make sure, my recommendation is to be having backup cards in case if that happened. There's also my other recommendation too, like, which wasn't really like explained to me from getting in the line, was that on the little screen where you would tap or insert your card, there's a QR code. So what I do is just to open up your camera, scan the QR code, and that would have your receipt, and then you can save it that way. So obviously, like, then that way you know for certain, like, how much, like, each item is, whether or not it has been accounted for that. And also too, like, one more thing as well too, like, as from what I forgot to mention, is that the associates were saying it would be, for the most part, 1 per person. So it's pretty much like each square you can get like 1 item. That also includes with the member jersey. So that means it's not like you can buy each individual one. You can only get 1 of like per member. The only difference is on the vinyls and the CDs. You can be buying multiple of those. Again, all this information could change on site by the attendant, so obviously you have to be making sure to be listening for if there are any changes, like compared to the filming of this video. And just want to be going over like some of the merch, because it's really hard to see some of the quality. So you can see that this is the hat. It is purposefully worn down. Like, this is not a defect or anything like that. It is designed to be like that. I just want to be letting you know now there. And this is one of the shirts I wanted, because I've always liked to have it with the members. I personally like city exclusive ones, because it's always nice to know, stuff like that. And this is the specific city jersey. This part is embroidered, as well as the little tag down there. That part is embroidered, but everything else looks kind of like a it's not like an ink, but it's more kind of like dyed into the fabric. And you can tell that all the jerseys have the holes for ventilation, which is nice in the Florida heat. So this is what the front looks like. And you can see that that's what the back looks like for it. And this will be showing you what the jersey looks like for the members. So this is what the back looks like. And I'll go and put on just to show you what it would, so it's, and again, it's the back part is embroidered, so you can even see that better there. And the only other part that's also has the decal on it, these sizes right here, that the red jersey, that one is extra large, and this one says extra large and 2X on the flyer, in case you were looking for a bigger size. It does say 2X for this, but from when I got there first thing in the morning, they do not have any 2X at my Amazon station, but luckily that this fits me pretty good. And, because I know that sometimes you may be wondering about if the American sizes versus the Asian sizes, like which one's bigger, which one is smaller. So these are for American sizes, like unlike some other merchandise from where I have purchased, it's from where I have purchased one size, and then which is completely way too small or way too big. And just for, comparison purposes, and just to be demonstrating from what I'm talking about, this is Jen's from last year from his tour. like where the Tampa Bay Lightning play. So obviously this one is not being sold at the concert, but I just want to show you for size comparison, because this one is a 2X. And you can see that this one here says extra large 2X. So just as a comparison size, if you are wondering about it, that you can tell that the white one is a lot bigger and even longer than the one that you would be getting. So that means you do not have to worry about anything with the sizing of the clothing, whether or not to go bigger than your normal size or to go smaller than your normal size. Like it is, like you don't have to worry about that. And finally, because I remember like some people were curious about knowing what the little stamp looked like. I got it right here. It kind of reminds me of the Hanko, like what they have in the with the Japanese terms on their formal documents. So I just want to kind of show you like what it looks like. So you got like a little chain where you can, I guess you're gonna like wear it as like a necklace. But actually, you know what? It's way too small to be a necklace, so you probably could put it onto your existing necklace. You can see that there is the Aribong's circle, so that's the back. There's the front. And I do not know which way the correct spelling in Korean is, but you can see what it looks like right there. In case you're wondering in terms on the size of it too, because I know that some people were thinking it might be, like really tiny like you see in the photo. So that's the size comparison on what it would be like in case if you're interested in that as well. And finally, like one other thing too, is if you wanted to be getting like easy to access photo ops, right there by the main tents in the front of the stadium, there are 2 different photo ops that you can do. One of them has the red circles, which are like very large and life size. So that'll be like great to have any group photos or anything like that. And they also have like a smaller single one, which I believe it says like what is your love song or something like of the different lyrics on that too. And so if you want to be having like a really nice like backdrop for a social media TikTok type of video, or to be putting on your Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter of like a self-portrait, then this is a great opportunity to be getting that opportunity for those like photos without having to worry about really long lines with those. And other than that, I hope that this video was very informative and helping you on to be preparing for the paying for merchandise ahead of time before the concert dates. Again, I highly recommend you that if you're watching this video and if you want like a light stick or anything like exclusive city merch or anything in particular, make sure to go immediately to the stadium to be picking it up, or otherwise you'll be facing like really long lines on concert day, and you really don't want that. And like chances are, you may be missing out. So I hope that this video helps you. Oh, yes, and one more thing too. If you go in the morning time, you will have to wait in the morning time as well. So obviously I got there about, I believe like 9 o'clock, right when the parking lot opened up, and it opened up at 10. And by the time when I got my merch, it was probably within about 20 minutes of the line opening up. And so that means if you really want to even be avoiding the lines even more, then probably just come by maybe 10:30, 11 o'clock in the morning, and you can just walk right in and walk right out. No worries, no rush or anything like that. So I hope that this video helps you out. And get ready for BTS Army.